Hey you guys, it's Mossy back with another video for you all. Today we're going to be talking about why you should be watching pro play in esports and how you'll improve from it. Without further ado, let's get into it. So recently I've been watching a lot of Worlds 2020 and it's been making me reflect on why watching pro play is so important. Not only is it entertaining, but it's also really important to learn the most optimal strategies to play your game of choice from the best of the best. What I mean by that is, you're not a perfect player. That's not why you're here. And while pros do make errors occasionally, they tend to be about as close to perfect as you can get in esports. So it's beyond important that if you want to improve, that you get invested in the pro scene of your game of choice. With all that being said, you need to be able to actually think critically about what you're seeing from these games and not just be a passive observer. So here are my top 3 tips for watching and learning from pro games. Alright, so tip number 1 is going to be really simple. It's one word that you can keep in your head the whole time when you're watching a game. When you see something that doesn't make sense to you that a pro player is doing, don't blame them to your buddies in Discord. Ask yourself why. I can promise you that pros in esports almost always have a reason for what they're doing. And when you start to question things, you can understand concepts better as a whole. This line of thinking and questioning things will only make you a smarter and better player as you learn more and more. Tip number 2 is going to be take notes, literally. It's not uncommon for me to be writing notes down while I'm watching games to try and keep in mind for later. Whether it's a specific team composition or draft that I want to try out with my team, or just something small like wording, making that physical note keeps the idea in my head longer and helps me to consciously improve as well as try things I see in pro games. And it's not just me, anyone at the top of their game tries stuff that they see from the pros, because if the pros are doing it, then it's probably good. And that leads us into tip number 3. This one is all about trying stuff out yourself. Like I said in the last tip, the pros are always innovating, and taking notes helps you to better understand stuff that they're doing. But you can go a step further. For example, in League of Legends, I noticed that the pros were using Nidalee a lot, and then I played around 5 to 10 games of this champ in solo queue to better understand its strengths and weaknesses. Although it ended up being a champ that I didn't understand or really enjoy playing, I did learn a ton about it, and now I know how to counter it. Anyway guys, that's going to be all that I have for you today. Thank you guys again so much for watching and supporting the channel and whatnot. We always appreciate that a ton. We've been getting a lot of love on YouTube recently, and we just wanted to say thank you. So keep up with the videos, make sure you guys subscribe and like if you like the video, stuff like that. We'll have more content coming out soon within the next week. Catch you on the next one.